Hello, I am super excited that you have decided to try a Soma Breath daily dose. And I just want to make sure that you feel safe and that you feel knowledgeable in what will be expected of you during this 20-minute breathwork session. So, in the breathwork session, you will hear a beginning meditation where I will guide you through the theme. You want to make sure that you're seated in a cross-legged position on the floor, on a cushion, or in a chair with your feet flat on the floor with a nice tall spine. You can rest your hands on your lap and just draw your eyes closed or take your gaze to the floor. You want to be comfortable. Comfort is key. Then the rhythmic breathing will begin, and you'll hear my voice guiding you through the rhythmic breathing. You'll be breathing in for 2, out for 4, or breathing in for 4, out for 4, and you'll continue to do that throughout the guided meditation. At the end of the first round of rhythmic breathing, I'll cue you to take a breath in and then to let all the breath out. You'll let your lungs completely empty and bring your chin to your chest. That's important that you close Jalandhara lock. So with your chin slightly in, your eyes closed, your breath completely emptied, you rest and relax in the stillness of the breath retention. And you'll hold your breath for as long as is comfortably uncomfortable. So you want to push past that first urge to breathe. The mind will trick you and make you think that you need to take a breath, but really you can probably hold your breath for a little bit longer. So push yourself. When you really do feel the urge to breathe, you'll take a sip in, blow it back out, and go back into the retention again and give yourself a second try, dropping your chin to your chest, resting and relaxing and holding empty. I'll cue you throughout that retention and then we'll breathe in together. And at the top of the breath, we pull up the pelvic floor, Mula Bandha, to seal that root lock at the base of the spine, but also to draw the fresh synovial fluid up the spine. And we spin our gaze to the third eye, projecting our gaze to the higher centers of the brain as we hold our breath in, squeezing at the root, drawing the energy up and projecting it through the third eye. Then as you're ready, you exhale and let all the air out. There'll be a few moments to just recover and let your breath restore. And then the next round of rhythmic breathing will begin. I want to share some information on a document here with you. So I'm going to share my screen now so that everybody is aware of the contraindications for the breath retentions. The first thing to know is that rhythmic breathing is safe and effective for everyone to practice, but always breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth. Okay, so you want it to be smooth, you want it to be fluid, you don't want it to be rushed or have any pauses, just a nice rhythmic breath. However, there are some contraindications for breath retention, so you don't want to hold your breath if you have severe diseases or infections that affect your breathing, if you have severe hypertension, organ failure, late-stage cancer, if you're pregnant, if you have epilepsy, use a pacemaker, or have an irregular heartbeat, unless you have your doctor's permission. And some conditions like tinnitus and hernias may be aggravated by prolonged breath holds. So we just want to make sure that if you have those conditions that you're practicing your breath holds with caution. It's always best to have headphones on so that the music and the counting of the rhythmic breathing and my voice guiding you through the visualizations is in your ears. So it's important that we know those contraindications. One other tip is that when we breathe in, we want to use a diaphragmatic breath. So if you bring your hands to your belly, When you inhale, you want to feel your belly press into your hands. Then you know that you're breathing diaphragmatically, and you can bring it up into your chest, but always into the belly first. So, with all of that being said, you are ready to try your first daily dose, and I hope you enjoy it, and I hope it leaves you wanting more. Thank you so much for watching. Namaste.